Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
I'm really happy to teach par- uh, about narration. Narration is a portion of grammar which we must know very well. To make our English strong, to speak fluently, correctly, and completely according to the narrational regulations. Narration we must know how to speak properly, particularly how to change the narration from direct speech to indirect speech. In narration, there are two kinds of speech. One is direct, and second is indirect. Direct is the speaker, and he gives the message. Other persons, that is called indirect speech. A person who records to convey the message, conveys the particular person who sends the message, who gives his message, who expresses his own desire or intention or about his speech. Such as in direct speech, say, uh, one friend goes to meet another friend. Say, have you got any news with you to tell me? No. But I have some news to come. I'm anxious to know about you. So I asked my friend Neelam, how are you? He said, I'm ill today. So my friend gave his message that he is sick. So his message is called the indirect speech. When I explain this or make the people understand what did he say or does he say, what will he say about this. So direct message means উদ্ধৃত করা তার মনের যে সংবাদ যে মনের কথা সেটাকে নিজেই উদ্ধৃত করে দ্যাট সেটাকে বলা হয় ডাইরেক্ট স্পিচ। আর যখনই আমরা তার স্পিচটা তার মেসেজটা আমরা ঠিকভাবে অন্যকে বলি যাদেরকে বলার দরকার সেটা হচ্ছে ইনডাইরেক্ট মেসেজ। such as that Mr. Rahim says, Mr. Rahim says, I am sick today. What is his message? He is sick today. This message is interpreted and conveyed to the others. What did he say? He says, I am sick today. But there should be a linker, means connective word about about explaining the message, placing the message rightly according to the English grammar. So Rain says, I am sick today. Rain says, I am unable to go anywhere today. Rain says, he is happy today. Or Mr. Anil says, he is busy today. So whenever I transfer all these sentences to other persons about his message, news, that is called indirect message, indirect speech. So Mr. Uh, Raman says, I cannot go anywhere because I am sick. He told this in his short speech directly. Whenever I ask anybody, if he says, I'm sick today, I'm busy today, I am unable to go anywhere. So whenever I transmit his speeches to the other persons, that is called his message সংবাদ, তার যে মনের সংবাদ, নিজের সংবাদটা, সেটা যখন অন্য লোকে, যে শ্রোতা, যে সংবাদ বাহক যে জিজ্ঞাসা করে, সেটাই ইনডাইরেক্ট স্পিচ হয়ে যায়। তো কতগুলো নিয়ম আছে, there are certain rules, principles. So whenever we use present tense, simple present, so we will have to make this sentence, this type of sentence into simple present. If we speak about present continuous, then our tense will be changed according to our speech, according to the messenger, the speaker who gives us direct news. According to his speech, we'll have to change our tense also. So, in place of now, it will be then. In place of here, that will be there. In case of shall will be should or will would, like that. So according to the messages, we should convey our messages and follow the rules of that narration properly. So if anybody says that Mr. Mohan says, I am busy today, but this will be in direct speech. Mohan says that he is busy today. Mr. Manula, said, he said is the simple past tense. So his verb is a reporting verb. We must always follow the reporting verb, in which tense he is speaking, in which tense he spoke, in which tense he will speak. So Rahim said that I I am busy today. So this will be translated, and this message will be translated into past tense. Rahim said he was busy yesterday or that day. Rahim said he was busy that day. Mr. Asarullah, he said, I am unable to go anywhere today. So in that speech, his message, যে সংবাদ সে উদ্ধৃত করেছে, সেটাকে আমি চেঞ্জ করতে গেলে আমাকে সেই পাস্ট টেন্সে অতীতকালে সেটা ব্যবহার করতে হবে। যেমন নামুল হক said, I am busy today or I am unable to go anywhere. So Mr. Namulok said that you are busy that day, busy yesterday, or you will not be able to go anywhere. So we'll have to change our direct speech according to the tense. We must follow the tense of the direct speech. If it is in present tense, so we'll have to transmit or translate or make the indirect speech in that tense also. So we may not use our own tense, leaving the principles or rules and regulations of the grammar. So in making or translating or transmitting the messages of the direct, very careful about the tense, about the specific word, about the specific pronunciation. So all the tenses should be changed whenever any reporting verb changes. If the reporting verb is in present tense, then in the indirect speech, the reporting verb should be also in present tense. If the reporting verb is in past tense, the reporting verb should be in past tense. If the reporting verb is in future tense, the reporting verb should be in future tense also. So whenever we make indirect speech from direct speech, we will have to pay attention to the reporting verb, the tense, and to the real meaning, real message of the reporter. So who is speaking? He is the reporter, and whatever he says, whatever verb he uses, that is a reporting verb, and what he speaks, that is called message, or whatever he desires to say, whatever he told, whatever he will tell, these things will have to follow. So each and every student must follow the narration, must study the narration properly, must understand the narration properly, must write in the exam copies properly and carefully. We should not use or we should not make direct speech to indirect speech carelessly. If we are careless in making direct speech to indirect speech carelessly, so our English will be wrong. We will not be able to satisfy our teachers, our principals, or may not be successful in our speech. Absolutely. So we must pay attention to the narrations, rules and regulations properly and tenses properly and follow the reporting verb what should be used in case of indirect speech. So these two main things are very important for a student for whenever he speaks or delivers a speech, whenever he writes anything, whenever he reads anything, whenever he teaches other person, other students particularly. Our respective teachers will not make wrong translations or wrong teachings. They will not deliver wrong teachings. But if the students are different in attitude, in mind, absent-minded, and so they do not pay attention to learn these things properly, so they will be weak always in speaking, writing, or telling any or teaching anybody about their direct and indirect speeches. So each and every student must pay their attention to learn these rules and regulations. Particularly, we must understand, must follow carefully that what the speaker says, what is the reporting verb is, and what kind of sentence is this, which kind of sentence is this. So we must be carefully speak about these things, write properly, carefully, and always remember and be careful to use the word we are using as a reporting word. So we are glad to know we must be very careful to read, write, and learn properly and very carefully. So each and every student of either school or college or anywhere, any kind of student, if they want to learn, speak English properly, if they teach others properly, today's student will be very, very vastly learned man. Today's boy, today's student will be a great teacher, will be a great learned man. So whenever we learn, we must pay our attention to our respected teachers in classes, in tuitions, or in everywhere. And whenever we speak, we must be careful so that we may not speak or learn or show anybody to help anybody carelessly, so that they may not be weak in English anywhere, anytime. So, my dear students and my brothers and sisters, I must advise everybody to learn English properly with your vigorous attention and strong desire how to make your English right, in English proper and correct and according to the grammar we speak everywhere. Doesn't matter if we are weak. We will have to make us strong in our language. We'll have to make a very strong students. We'll have to make very strong in grammar, in speaking, so that we may speak fluently without any mistake, without committing any wrong wrong sentence. So, each and every student is requested by me to go through the grammar properly. Doesn't matter if your parents are at home, if your if teacher is absent that day, or your teacher is unable or sick, and doesn't matter. But your attempt, your effort is a very vital thing. You must endeavor hard to learn the grammar portions at any time according to your own ability. If you don't understand anything, you may ask anybody without any fear, without any laziness, without any hesitation. What is the harm if I ask anybody, any teacher, any respectable teacher, any other person to help you in this case? It's better to learn from others, to study hard than to write wrong English. So it is my advice, my request to each and every student to learn properly with good pronunciation. So your reading, writing, and your pronunciation are the introductions of your good English. Your grammatical English is very important for you. We should not make anything wrong in grammatical sentences. In grammars also particularly. Doesn't matter in which class you are studying, where you are studying, whether you are English medium school student or Bengali medium school students or the other medium students. But whenever we study, we must pay attention to the subject, what we are learning, about which subject we are learning, about which subject, how our teacher are teaching us, how they have taught us, and how we followed. If we don't understand, we may ask anybody. What is the harm to ask anybody? It is better to write good English. It is better right to proceed ahead without any disappointment. As students, we should not become disappointed to learn. We should not be very careless to learn. We should always be busy with our studies and give our proper attention to the language we learn grammatically and correctly. So, whenever we read any subject, particularly this direct speech and indirect speech are very important to make our English strong, to teach, to learn, and to write every word at any time. Thank you very much.